The McLean County Farm Bureau Foundation is heavily involved in McLean County agriculture. I know that they are very generous with their dollars, funding several projects, mostly for student education, but also throughout the community.
I think the foundation is a great venture in nurturing the education of agriculture through their grants, science grants, and scholarships for the learning and education of people who will be our future leaders.
Well, the foundation started in 1988, so it's been around a long time. And since 2008, the foundation has given out to over 54 students, I believe the number is $81,000 in scholarships. And I think it's very important to keep our bright young students involved in agriculture, particularly as they go on to higher education, and even more importantly, as they start careers in the agricultural field, particularly around home here in Illinois. We'd like to keep them home and keep them working for agriculture in our area.
The FFA matching grant provides immeasurable value to teachers and students. One of the things that provides for teachers is funding to purchase things for our classroom. To students, it provides opportunities for them to learn more about agriculture and food in our county. And I think it provides value to our community too.
So I was really lucky, and last year I won an ag science grant, and with that money I was able to buy an introduction to soil kit for my 6th graders, which previously up to that point we had just been learning about soil through text and in our own back garden, but we didn't have soils from around the United States. We didn't have ways to differentiate in actual tangible ways with different kinds of soil and what happens to the soil when it gets wet or dry. And now with that kit that the grant has offered us, we have hand lenses and we're able to look at soil in depth with microscopes and be able to do a whole bunch of tests that never would have been an option to us without that.
I think McLean County Farm Bureau Foundation is in a really unique spot to grow knowledge of agriculture because of the diversity that we have in McLean County. We have so many farmers who are participating in modern production agriculture. We can showcase that very easily. It's within our grasp to do that. We also have so many agribusinesses that are just a great example of the way they support farmers and the value there for agriculture.
I think Ag in the Classroom is just a beautiful program. It's particularly dealing with younger students, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and 6th grade students, to get them to just be aware of what all agriculture does, aware to where corn and soybeans, how they're grown, how livestock is grown. I think it's just a great program in today's world to teach and educate our youth.
Ag in the Classroom is an invaluable program for teachers as well as students. It provides teachers with wonderful, meaningful lesson plans that not only are engaging and hands-on for their students, but also meet state standards as well. And students love the lessons because it has nothing to do with a textbook and a worksheet. It's all hands-on experiential learning where they get to do things and experience them.
Growing up, I was heavily involved in 4-H and was part of the McLean County Fair for several years. Through that, I was familiar with the McLean County Farm Bureau, and as I was applying to college, I realized that McLean County Farm Bureau offered ag leadership scholarships. And so for me, that was a great boost to my education, being able to set aside some dollars towards tuition to pursue, at the time, ag communication and leadership as well as crop and soil science.
It's important to build advocacy in agriculture and teach people about the science and the technology and how what we do is not just about making money, but doing the right thing for the environment. And it's important to start that when the kids are young.
Oh, the ag education exhibit at the fair is wonderful. Not only do we get to invite people from our community to come in and volunteer at those booths, but hundreds, if not thousands, of children and their families are coming through and getting to learn more about agriculture, Illinois agriculture, McLean County agriculture.
The people in the committee that have dedicated their time over the years to make it not just good for ag, but good for the community. A lot of fun, planning for it and preparing for it, and a lot of good friendships developed. And then those people that come every year to participate and help educate, it's just been a real joy to be a part of it. And Tagline at the end, we're always looking for more volunteers.